Okay, hold on. Let's try now. That's being captured, and let's go with window capture. Okay, that's a start. Hold on. We're just gonna boop boop boop. It was the Chinese. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. They can hear me. They can't hear you. So to hold off. Wait, can you hear all of us now? So I don't need the desktop audio feed? Do I need to add another source or not and fix this is what I'm asking. Oh, thank you. The thing that I said. Thanks for interrupting me while I'm working. I'm so glad nobody heard the first 20 minutes of the episode. That's so good. That is classic. And you know what? It took us right to 10:15. This is classic Sons of Trier shit right there. I'm feeling real good. People, we are having a technical difficulty I'm going to fix. Damn, I'm like super defrag too. That's probably part of the problem. Window capture. And there you go again. Window capture Discord. Da, 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 da. It's like not. Again, it is not working. That's what.
We have.
Okay, how about now? Still nothing. Oh man.
Mic check.
Check two, one,
No,
two.
you guys are all good. Your audio levels
And also,
internally are
Dan,
good.
I'm really, really sorry, but there's significant lag on my Twitch. Oh, I can hear Jack now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's because old Danny boy had to fix it.
I knew it.
Oh, I can hear Jack now.
We get these pipes up. One day, all these pipes are going to intersect.
Yep.
You
We're
other
not gonna-
motherfuckers sound off.
Check one.
No, you're all there.
All these pipes are going to intersect.
You other motherfuckers sound off.
Yeah, you're all there. You're fine.
Yeah, we're all fine.
Oh, I heard the lag on the echo that time. That is long.
Well, yeah, of course it's long.
Chinese spy satellites got to pipe through there so they can spy on us and steal our data.
I asked them to. I mean, to be fair, like I asked the Chinese to spy on us because I'm like, look how cool we are, guys. I'm like,
I haven't heard MJP again since sound reconnected.
We could try. Let me think.
Check, check,
He's there. Don't worry.
check, check. Sweet baby Jesus on a half shell.
Yeah. No, we're good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. We're definitely good.
I made it do that weird thing where it turns the camera on again.
Sweet.
Damn it! I did this to it one time and I couldn't fix it for like a long time. Like an embarrassingly long amount of time.
Well, these things do happen, don't they?
Well, there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
There's, I guess what what Zoomers do is that they just camp out on one until they, have dominated it in full.
Yeah. Until they fem dominated it.
Yes.
Yeah. No. See, we're back. Everything's in order. The bad jokes, everything is back in order. We're all good.
I just found a couple of cool Discord option menus I've never seen before too.
I know, right? You find out a ton of shit when everything's
They
right.
do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Plus, the best part was all that first stuff is secret content nobody will ever hear but us, which is like kind of one of my low-key favorite things to do.
Yeah, that's fine. We said a bunch of rude things anyway.
We did. Oh my god, I made fun of everybody you love so hard.
nice.
No, for some reason.
You were heard.
Yeah, you would have heard it and you would have been like, oh, that Dan Cohen, the goddamn Jew is at it again.
No. Dan, you were the only one they could hear.
Yeah,
They
but
heard all those
but
things
they
you
heard me
said.
talking about you guys. They love you, more than me, obviously. But like, imagine being like, I love cancer more than AIDS. Like, that's not a real sentence, is it?
I mean, I'm gonna go boldly with I love cancer more than AIDS.
Yeah,
Real sentence. I said it.
you did.
What? You like cancer more than AIDS?
You like
Get out of
cancer.
here.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, what would happen
I'm
if I
sticking with
touch
it.
this button? What would happen if I touch this button has a rocket ship on it? Why
Um,
does Discord have a rocket ship button on it?
it's the Go Nitro, which is funny because we're Nitro, and this is the quality of service you fucking get.
What happened to the dick ship? Did it end up in the ocean,
Yeah.
as these things always do?
Oh yeah. Dick ship ended up ocean bound.
They should have put there. They should have put a little dick. Then
Just a
everybody
little.
would subconsciously click on it.
They should have. They should have put a little dick.
That's what I call it when you deliberately reach out and grab something. You're subconscious.
Yeah. Reach out and touch dick. Your own
Did you know you wrote that song?
personal penis. Something to shove inside of your ass.
Somebody was talking about one of the royal marches or whatever, because the gate thing. Somebody was talking about one of the royal marches, but it's Stavros. When I saw that today, and I dimly can almost remember what episode of that thing that is.
Yeah.
God, I'm fading into old age. I'm fading into the myths and pasts of history.
You are.
Feel it happening.
How does it feel?
Do you go? Do you go into the light or do you not go into the light? I'm sorry.
Always.
I need to know for a friend.
You always go into the light.
Fade into old.
Fade into death. Did you hear
This is
the
Danger Zone.
controversial decision for Biden's campaign song?
No, what was it?
Well, I know it. I know the song.
What is it?
I don't. I didn't hear it.
Well, it goes a little something like this. Total slaughter, total slaughter. I won't leave a single man alive. La-di-da-di-di, genocide. La-di-da-di-dud, an ocean of blood. Let's begin the killing time. I thought it was weird, for the record.
Now you need, and then you need the hip hop verse comes in. Yes, kill it time with the rhyme.
We're gonna do a hip hop remix for that.
Where did Puff Daddy come from? Is that Killer Mike?
It is now. Cop Mike.
I'm really glad though
Yeah,
that
I'm Cop Michael.
I'm glad they went with something to play up the European folklore, Irish heritage element again, because that was, been underserved, I think,
Very
thus
much.
far during the Biden administration.
Ireland was like, we don't know this motherfucker.
I was expecting way more Irish heritage stuff, like he did for 2 weeks of his whole career during the campaign.
Hey Mac, I'm a Mick. I'm Mac the Mick. I'm Mick the Mac. I'm Mick Master Mick.
They recognize me in Ireland more than they do him now.
That they do. That they do. That's oof. Biden, you lost.
Did you hear that memo? Did you see the post?
No.
They was like, fuck that motherfucker. You don't talk to us.
Good. Fuck Biden. Fuck you, Brandon. Fuck you, Brandon. Fuck you, Brandon.
You know what? I never thought about how easy it would be to like morph him into Mac tonight.
Yeah.
Like his first
So
evolution.
Now look here, Mac. You're not Black Mac. I met popcorn at the pool. You know, it's comical.
Yeah.
You gotta mix the popcorn with
It
You gotta mix
shouldn't
the
be
corn
that
pop.
fucking easy. Oh, was
It is
it
that
corn
fucking
pop?
easy.
Was it corn pop or was it popcorn? I
No,
don't.
it's corn pop.
He's corn
Oh,
But
pop.
see,
it is
I
corn
don't
pop.
know the deep Biden lore like you
But
guys do, so
Oh,
I.
man.
Yeah, well, the story
Sorry.
goes. The story goes is you mix the corn pop with the genocide stone, and you get them to evolve
I mean,
to.
that was the corn pop story is like 4 years ago. At this point, he says popcorn and
Yeah.
corn nips and
Candy
Right.
corn.
I
whatever.
mean that adds authenticity.
Right.
You ain't black.
There we go.
That's
There
my
we
boy.
go.
That's my boy Candy Corn, man. Candy
I'm
Corn.
still waiting for him to reinstate my blackness.
Yeah,
Oh, you're gonna be waiting a while.
you are gonna be waiting
Yeah.
quite a while.
Because I did not vote for him. So
The Department of Blackness, which was created under Biden, like is really backed up. Like there is a lot of applications in there.
Yeah, that's the
Now
problem.
you get to
That's
be
why they're
black
not.
quicker if you are the recipient of a Pell Grant and you have like you start a business in an underserved community and keep it afloat for at least 3 years.
But it sucks.
I
knew-
believe that's the current criteria.
Everything you
I
said
knew
right.
I knew it was a trap when I walked in. It was nothing but black Republicans and Carhartts,
Yeah.
You know, you know,
like
it's funny.
looking like Thomas Sowell with the fucked up cut.
You know who knows
You know,
Thomas Sowell though? Only white
Who's
people
that?
know that guy. There's no
Oh
black
yeah, yeah.
person who knows who that is. They're
Well,
like,
What's a
mysteriously, Dr.
Thomas
Umar showed up.
Sowell? What's a
Mysteriously, Dr.
Sowell?
Umar started showing up and
don't
pandering
put
around.
anything about Thomas Sowell on your application, or the federal government will fail you. They'll be like, "This will be
Wait,
some
are
white
you
guy
talking
called
about
Tom
C. Thomas Howell, the
Nope.
actor?
Nope. No.
Are you sure?
hmm
Because wasn't he the guy that was in that amazingly racist movie about like pretending to be black
Well-
to get a free ride to
Yeah,
college?
Okay.
that was a gay porn, wasn't it?
No. That no. But yes.
Oh, sorry, I watch other movies, I guess.
Yeah. Yes to Juniper. No to you. No to it being a yes to the gay porn. It wasn't a gay porn. That was Black Like Me.
Did you just say yes, no, yes, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't want to come off like
I heard gay porn.
a right winger, criticizing bureaucracy for slowness, but
I'm just
The-
going to
the-
get in here and type in Google C. Thomas Howell racist and see what comes up.
Well,
when gay
that's
porn
not
comes up,
fair though,
Republicans are
because
far behind.
I got news for you. You're gonna get a hit on that one.
Mhm.
That's still not what we're talking about, but you're definitely you'll win the fight. You'll get a hit. We can't argue that one. But he said, you know what he told Sam Cedar one time? He's like, I casted you because I needed a nerdy Jew accountant. Which like Sam Cedar was like, fair, that's me. Like that's what I look like.
Yeah, I look like a nerdy Jew accountant. You've got me
Oh
there.
no, I was right. Soul
Can you
Man.
imagine? Can you
Soul
imagine
Man.
them at the casting
Yeah.
call? Can you imagine them on the set at the casting call? And Ben Shapiro walks in. He's like, "There's not enough semen in my cup. I need more. I need at least 50% more semen in my cup. This cup is dry. I need.
This cup is drier than my wife. I'm going to need
Go
a
take
wetter
it back.
cup.
Go take it back and give me another cup.
Go get me another
I'm
cup.
very
I
smart.
need a wetter cup.
You can't even give me seminal fluid. You can't even give me seminal fluid.
I need a
I don't
wetter
even require sperm.
It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be popping. It
Milk
just needs
the
to be there.
prostate, for God's sake.
Just milk the prostate. Milk the prostate. Get in there. Get behind the bull. Take the bull by the horn. Take the bull by the horns.
And then they pour it into a sippy cup for him.
Even flow.
Oh, fuck.
Ben Shapiro semen sippy cup. I love it.
Yeah, that's a new one. I'll give you that. Wasn't
It's good.
anticipating it. Not
It's good.
That's
unhappy
a
I heard it.
fantastic album name.
Yeah, I thought that was his rap album.
Yeah, that's his rap album.
It's the word scissor is scratched out and the other word is added. He's just
Sir,
like,
why is it purple?
yeah.
The
Well, he
fuck are
doesn't
you
know.
drinking?
He's like, excuse me. What happened to me was that when I was with my wife, I peed inside of her. I peed inside of her, and now I have babies. I peed inside my wife, and now I have a baby. Everybody,
you see,
it's
you
criminal
become
that
what
more
you can.
people aren't peeing inside their wives to have babies. That's what's wrong with Western
Oh,
civilization.
It's not true. It's not true. I confess. It's not true. I made it up. We had to use artificial insemination. But standard methods of artificial insemination were not powerful enough to get my wife pregnant, so we had to call in a special brigade from the IDF.
you see, the milking machines didn't have enough milk to milk the machines off the milk.
Can
So,
you believe?
even though
Can you
Ben
believe the
Shapiro was
future that liberals want?
The decision of the specialist was that her vagina was just too dry for my sperm to swim up. Now, I don't accept that as fact. That is
not-
his conjecture.
That's why Guy invented KY.
Who yelled that?
And
China
you know
virus.
what? And you know what?
That's the
If
China virus.
if Ben Shapiro had invested in a little Astroglide, they wouldn't have had to go to IVF. Straight fact.
Well, that is a sin, so he couldn't.
That
do
would require basic sex education, which
is a sin.
is not trains, unfortunately.
It does not involve
He knows
trains,
nothing. He knows nothing about it.
and it's a sin. And
The
as
choo choo goes in, the choo choo goes out. The choo choo goes in, the choo choo goes out. The
and then
choo
you
choo goes
shake
in,
it all
the
about.
choo choo goes out. You shake it all about, and then you
You're done. You're done.
you make a delivery.
That's how your wife gets
as quick as
pregnant.
possible. You got to be efficient.
You make your delivery, and if everything goes well, then about a month later, your wife goes on a little vacation. And then, like 9 months after that, you have a baby.
With her,
Legs.
she goes on a little vacation that's girls only, except that her volleyball instructor was invited.
What I was gonna say,
It gives you so much time to play with the trains. You
So
spend all of the big boy bucks while she's gone.
Oh,
It's
the best part is, since that bitch isn't there, you don't even know how to spend. You don't even got to tap that wallet.
no,
She ain't
not
there
even.
to stop
It's
you.
but it's like Monte Carlo up in that bitch with throwing the big boy bucks around because she's not there to tell you no.
Once your stupid
Big
bitch of a
boy
wife is
bucks.
gone, you can spend all the big boy vices you want, and then you don't even have to tell her you spent them, so she can't make you pay them back later.
I was gonna say, even though Ben Shapiro was able to impregnate his wife with the help of having a cattle prod jammed up his ass by special agents and a special unit, I was gonna say, even though that, it's tragic that Jordan Peterson can't get his wife knocked up. But you know what? Now that I think about it, it's like Jordan Peterson just live alone,
Yeah.
probably.
At this
Just
Oh
point,
yeah, without a doubt.
Well,
by
he
himself in a dark room
I
crying
mean,
at 73.
obviously, all you
had
have to
a
do is think.
wife. He had a wife. My understanding was that she had breast cancer, but I'm not sure if he ditched her or she died.
Yeah, because they usually do ditch him when that happens, but it's entirely possible he didn't. Like, I'm not going to say one way or the other whether it happened to him.
we are saying
We're
he's
not
the
going to
kind
say
of
that
guy
that's
who
the type
would
of
ditch
piece of
her.
shit he is.
Yeah.
He is
He's
the
one of
kind
those
of guy
people
who
where
would
it'd be
ditch her.
so. It'd
I'm
be
the type
sad
of
if he wasn't
guy
such
that
an idiot.
says, "Ditch you when you got breast cancer."
When her titties can produce no more milk, it's time to trade down.
It's like a sad clown sitting in a room full of Hitler paraphernalia.
My favorite thing to do with my wife before she had my daughter was that I would get her pregnant and force her to have abortions so that I could milk her periodically. While she was a very supportive wife in letting me doing repeat milkings.
Called him the old scrape.
It's a
Call it
milk
in
Well,
the
credit.
you don't have to give birth to do that,
You
right?
do. That's how you get the fuller ones. You gotta have 'em big.
No,
gotta have the big
actually,
naturals.
it. But you can induce that. And I'm sorry that I know this,
It
but
has
I
to be
feel
natural. It has to come through the abortion process, or it's not natural.
You're saying
Oh.
Dr. Peterson could have saved a lot of effort and suffering on the behalf of his partner. I just
if
don't
he
think
just if he had a fucking milk wife.
Well, you can't spill the seed. That's the important part.
Yeah, you can't.
You know,
There's
because
no
if you spill the
there's no
seed, someone might come and
seed.
steal it.
There's no seed involved in having an adult nursing relationship with someone. That's what they call it.
But he does. But he wants a wife, not an adult nursing relationship. You see what I'm saying? Like you're cutting out crucial steps. He wants the adult nursing, but it has
Porque
to
no
come from the
los
wife.
dos.
It has to come from the wife. So what he has to do is force his wife to have repeated abortions prior to the birth of the child.
Mommy has to have mommy milkers, is what you're saying.
Kinda. Daddy needs his mommy milkers.
Yes. Okay.
I.
Mm-hmm.
It's much
Alright,
safer.
well,
I
I don't have to agree with it, but I'll choose to understand it.
No milk, no dice.
That was his
It's
battle
much
cry,
better.
actually.
It's much better and much safer than just ejaculating everywhere all the time to do milk play. Because if you ejaculate too wantonly, the witches will find you. That's how they know where you are. To steal the sperms.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
crafty
that's the
witches.
only thing he's ever said that was right, frankly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he ever got correct. That's how that happens.
Sperm witch is also a type of sandwich for Republicans.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that we saw that.
Is that what that new movie's about? That Dune movie?
Mm-hmm.
Sperm witches?
Mm-hmm.
It's more
The
true
cum
than you
must flow.
think.
Well,
It's
I
the
wasn't going to
cum.
spoil the plot, but like since you did, yeah, cat's
It's
out of the bag.
about doing it and doing it and doing it well.
What about Dune
Yeah.
2 Electric Boogaloo? Featuring Adolfo Shabadoo.
What's the song?
Bum bum ba-da-da bum bum. We
You know-
are watching
yeah, that's the one.
Dune. Dune.
You know what's funny?
How many people do you think that would piss off if they heard that one?
All these-
Not zero.
It's not. It isn't zero. That's the thing.
all these idiots are like, "Oh, Dune is woke now. Zendaya woke." Like all those dudes that are like that. Like that's so fucking stupid, man. If anything, Dune is a reverse woke. Like, okay, the new
There were
ones.
brown people in the book. There's brown people in the movie.
Yeah, you're overthinking it.
I'm having a
And
hard
also,
time.
like, Dune's, you're not supposed to be rooting for Paul. Like, he's not a good guy. I don't want to ruin this for these people. I don't want to like spoil the ending, but
Who
I've
doesn't
got
want to turn
real.
into a giant sandworm tyrant? Get the fuck out of here. That's the American
Well, no,
dream.
that's his
Yeah.
kid. That's
That's his
like,
son, but like, he sets
yeah.
off a fucking.
Everybody wishes they could be the Orange Man.
Dune
There's only
is
a
a
few
reverse
million
woke.
people that are, a few billion lives that are going to die because of him. So like, it'll be fine, but
Yeah.
it doesn't
Dude,
end
you're
well.
Yeah,
Where are those
basically,
people-
he's the genocide dare, and
Yeah.
then his spawn gets to be enveloped
Ugh.
by like slugs, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fuses himself with the worm.
Yeah, it's the maker
Yeah, but-
skit.
Yeah, but they ended up with the land, right? So it's a happy story.
Yeah. Well, it's like
It's a happy Zionist story.
what they end up. Wow. Woo.
Well, what
Ooh.
they actually, you know what they
Oh, they did
find
move right
out
into the
is
middle of
that
it.
when they reclaim shit from the desert, it fucks up the original ecosystem, and the things that they had like relied on to make everything else work get
Yeah.
fucked up if you're just continually like, trying to extract shit. So you got to
Yeah.
figure out like, oh, do you want to let people live, or do you want to extract valuable resources? What a
Hey.
conundrum.
Daddy needs that spice to drive the starship, man. The Spacers Guild's gonna be mad if I can't drive
The
the
oil,
starship.
I mean, the spice must flow.
The spice must flow.
Koch brothers?
I just love that. The only way that the ship works is if you have a guy who's like 8-balled through the roof on spice to be able to drive it and not hit like a mote of dust at light speed and destroy the ship.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
That's how I drive
the
my
only way
car
any of this
everywhere.
works.
I mean,
You
to
gotta
be
be
fair,
checked on spice.
it sounds more plausible to be like, we're gonna fly a kite in space and ride off the light. Like it does sound more
Well, we knew
plausible.
we knew the rules getting in. It was no robots and no Jews.
Oh fuck.
I just thought it was weird that they had the pocket pussy popcorn bucket. I thought that was the weird part about Dune, honestly. Like everything
Yeah.
else, I was like, whatever. we have a fashy interpretation of a book with some like really like long view versions of history where like, is it that bad? Where it's like, oh, it's kind of sus, but I get it. It's entertainment. Whatever. I'll walk. I'm gonna leave this
I'm just
fight on
saying
the
the guys.
ground.
I'm just saying the guys that are saying it's woke are fucking stupid. Like, have they not seen the awesome David Lynch one, man? Like the fucking David Lynch one. Okay, okay. In the new one,
Sting!
the fucking music. Huh? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Stings. Yeah. Okay.
Sting.
In the
And
new one,
not for nothing, Kyle MacLachlan, who you already know how I feel about that. So,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it is not to be missed.
It is
But
not.
I'm still
no.
just thinking that.
In the new one, the soundtrack is like a fucking '90s Jerry Bruckheimer movie when they show terrorists. In the new one, the fucking soundtrack is like a bunch of aimless, like Arabic coded vocals, right?
Sweet.
Okay.
The Republican
So
interpretation is fear is the mind killer, so you got to fear everything at all times. Kill that
yes,
mind.
In in the new
soundtrack.
Fuck that mind.
You can't
100%.
you can't
It's
have
just
your
not
mind
at all.
blown and you can't have your mind destroyed if you just fucking give it up already. If you
But
remove
then,
your
okay,
teeth, you can't be gay.
and when you go back to the David Lynch version, when they, according to them, everything was so much more macho and ungay, right? When
Right.
you go back to the David Lynch version, the soundtrack is fucking Toto. All
Do
right.
do 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 do
It's the
do.
rain
That and
falling.
not for nothing, my personal perception is that every fucking person in the David Lynch Dune is
Bi. They're bi. They're all bi.
they're ambiguously sexual was where I was going to put it, but like no.
They're all bi
They
and
don't
pan.
even need bisexual lighting.
Nope.
Like they just put the 80s computer generated blue in people's eyes, but like they're all
Hey,
sucking and fucking without any reference to gender.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I know
Okay,
we're
see,
Dune posting right now or whatever, but like, can I ask you something about Twin Peaks?
yeah.
He was banging that child, right? Like that was the subplot of that. Like that girl who
Oh
was
yeah.
like
Okay, but like,
Child.
yeah, but like,
like
okay,
the but
not
like the lady was banging a child, and then
okay,
our
not
hero,
just
damn
not just
fine
the
pie,
creepy.
was also banging a kid, and it was kind of like, what the fuck's up with this?
No,
Okay,
there wasn't.
not just
No,
the
Audrey
creepy.
Horne tried to seduce him, but she
Yeah.
failed.
Oh, okay, all right. That doesn't make it better. You understand? Because that's a defense they use.
No, okay, you go all the way through the whole thing and you get the little book. They had this thing, The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer, that David Lynch and his wife wrote together, okay? So you
Okay.
go all the way through the thing and you get this fucking book. And not only are like all the evil old dudes in the town like molesting the shit out of a bunch of kids, but there's also like a dark spirit evil force that's like reaching through the forest and individual molesters to occasionally also molest and murder kids.
Oh, I'm glad.
Like,
I'm glad it required extra effort.
yeah.
Like what? That's weird.
Like it's the town is such a hotbed of
Molesting
creepy horrible
kids.
sex crime imagery that it's awakened some kind of fucking ancient spirit.
There's not. It's like the ancient spirits. Like there's not enough child rape here. We're gonna have to
Mhm.
fix that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Because you're like Audrey Horton tried to seduce him. I've heard that one before. That's what Jared Fogle said about that 9-year-old he tried to put in PCAMs on. Which, if you were wondering why Fogle was arrested for trying to diddle a child, it was because one of his franchisee owners was like, "Oh my God, Jared, it's so great to have you. You want to meet my daughter?" And he was like, "Yeah. You know what would be even cooler though? What if I could watch your daughter pee and change?"
Whoa.
And she was like, "What? That's not. I'm not
Listen,
gonna."
you're a franchisee owner, correct? Okay, well this was in the contract. I don't think you read it closely enough. You signed up to run the franchise, but this is in the contract. This is Jared's rider. Okay? This is all part of Jared's rider. His agent presented us when we hired him.
It's like we're laughing, but like that is kind of basically yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
It was
Yeah.
in there.
It really was in there. It was like he was like, it would be really cool if you let me watch your kid pee and change. Like if I put a camera in your toilet and if I see you sometimes, that would be cool too.
You know, he's
And she
not
was
even the
like,
most
Jared, I'm not comfortable with that. He's like, dude, it's okay. I'll pay you $90,000. And she was like, oh, all right, yeah. Just I'll tell you what. You go
I'm
home and get the
slightly
check.
more comfortable with it.
She was like, you go home and get the check. And then she called the cops. She was like, you go home and get the check. And he was like, tight. Man, it rocks being me. I'm such a good guy.
That's not even the worst part of a sex freak having a big rider like that. It's not even the worst one. It's not even the worst example. The worst one is that if you guys heard this thing about Tucker Carlson, when Tucker Carlson is working somewhere, when he's playing somewhere, when he's on a show or whatever,
Yeah.
in his rider, it says that he will only fuck green M&M. So somebody has
Oh wow!
somebody has to sort out
Wow.
all the other colors of M&M.
I can't.
Like
I
what?
can't believe.
He's like, God damn it, that's teal. Get this out of my face.
Oh my god, this
Right.
one's miscolored.
Can't
That's so
believe it.
hot. That's
I mean,
The
I
only-
totally believe it,
yeah.
but
Who am I?
like,
Is that Keith Richards? Is who I'm dimly recalling the stupid Eminem story. Who is that really? Because I
What?
remember the story. The rock star with the ridiculous rider where they only want one color of Eminem, and the fucking staff of the place has to pick out all these different other colors of
I
M&Ms.
mean, that was Van Halen, but
Okay.
I've heard
Also,
about
wait.
the whole thing with like that kind of ridiculous shit in a rider is like to make sure that the people receiving it actually read it. So
Yeah.
if like they look in and it's like, oh, everything's like picked out, they know that they read the rest of it.
Yeah.
That's how it's been explained to me. I don't know if that's true.
The
But-
part about Tucker is true. He will only fuck green M&Ms. So you can't have.
yeah, that's
other
100%. That we said that on the internet. We can't lie about that.
Hmm.
But Tucker, they're all brown on the inside.
That's the that's the part he hates though.
He never, nothing significant in it ever happens to melt the shell off, so he still doesn't know that. It's just cold and dry, everything that happens. So he's never actually melted any of the shell. Every part of sex with Tucker Carlson, just cold and dry,
Yeah.
really.
He
Oh yeah, that's Juniper got a
Bring
better
me
one.
that green M&M and bring me that, and I'm gonna be in the freezer in 5 minutes.
he does remind me of a guy who says the word bitch way too much when having sex.
You guys see those manly warriors of Arrakis riding that
As in,
worm
I'm
together?
your.
Them boys is riding the worm. Look at that.
Yeah, we gotta ride the worm, baby.
looking into Kyle MacLachlan's dreamy eyes while riding the worm.
Fact. It's kind of hot.
Dude,
things are
I have
super
thought
low.
about looking deeply into Kyle MacLachlan's eyes while riding the worm since like the beginning of adolescence. Like, don't even. Let's not go there.
Let's not turn this into an unfun time, people. Let's just all be nice about.
Well, we
riding
were
the
having
worm.
fun in my mind, but like,
We'll-
Yeah.
We'll round him up.
So
We'll-
you don't fantasize about unconsensual sex? Interesting, because that's all my fantasies are. That's why I watch Japanese cinema.
Oh God, yeah. Like he
Senior
Japanese-
Japanese porn trend analyst Dan.
Have you
Cohen.
thought about the tentacle monster?
Have you thought
What
about
about
the
their
needs?
feelings?
What about their needs? Like the need to just violate everything.
It's every part of Japanese entertainment. Like PG rated Japanese movies are still like a little rapey.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like that's all of it.
Every writer, if you look at every Japanese film description, it's like good things Mookie is 18, and you're like, why?
Why?
Why do they need to be? What are you planning on doing with that character that's a requirement? I don't like where this
Oh,
is
you
going at
know.
all.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, maybe some fish guts.
Yeah,
We'll see where we go.
it's slightly unpleasant. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. I think it you've said this before, and I think it just goes back to how they're a hyper accelerated depopulation freak out is what they
Yeah.
are, right? That they're a group crammed together in this small space, and it just seems like that it's a colony organism that's right at the point of suffocating, and so it's turning inward and having all these weird impregnate everything all at once fantasy.
Well, okay, so it's kind of like that, all right. But like, what I would, honest to God, what I would argue is going on is that like they are neoliberalized properly,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
totally integrated in that because neoliberalism, surprise, surprise, neoliberalism doesn't really conflict with the old imperial mentality and order, right? So what they have done then is they have absorbed those brutal lessons in neoliberalism to the point where uh, they can only see things through violent acquisition. If you can see things through only violent acquisition, when you have a genuine population crisis, because of course your brutal capitalist system is keeping your population depressed, uh, because people just simply will cop out of society rather than cope, like rather than just gleefully be like, I will live in pure immiseration so you can, sexually abuse my children. I just won't have
Right.
any children, and they get all pissy. So they're like, well, you can just rape women. You can just take it from them too. Why would, if they're taking from everything else in society and they're already taking from women's labor, like why is adding their sexual labor something like, can you believe Japan does that? Like, yeah, that seems like the most natural response. Like it's completely logical when people are like, can you believe they're really into rape? Like I can't. Well, it's one of those things, the Dan Cohen classic, right? Like I can, but I understand capitalism. Like of
Do you
course
think
you can't. Like
do you think the insane weeb incels that are all over the internet now in full force and Twitter especially, do you think the insane weeb incels realize that those sex robots that they were asking for are like totally here already?
yeah,
That like every space that they travel to is infiltrated by approximately 4 million sex robots. Like
yeah,
But yeah,
and they
that's
follow
why they're
them like
upset.
they're a cloud.
That's why they're upset. They can't afford it.
yeah,
I guarantee you, within 2 seconds of showing up somewhere, all those guys are like, "I can't wait till I get my obedient robot sex girlfriend," and then 40,000 fake obedient robot girlfriends all go pussy and bio at him like from all directions, and he's like, "I wonder when that's gonna happen." Like, what do you think it's gonna be, motherfucker? Everywhere on you go in the internet, there is a path of some algorithm
Right.
of some guy with a dungeon trying to sell you
Exactly
pornography.
like MJP was saying, like
yeah.
the
Oh my God,
the shit
is
that
Ben Shapiro's wife a
that is
robot?
happening is the future that you envisioned. It's just not happening to you like you thought it would. And now you're
Yeah,
mad.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They're like, yeah, sex robots. Oh, we can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was never for you. It was so that Elon wouldn't have to touch a physical female and risk a lawsuit.
I saw a weird picture today. Is Jeff Bezos married to a sex robot right now?
Yeah.
Is
He's
that
doing
like the
that.
top of the line? Like nobody
He
can have that except him?
he's doing that strange love thing.
Because I saw him walking around in this picture with this person, and I was thinking, well, that's wild. Number one, just to openly walk around married to a sex robot,
No, it's based.
but then you know, I just think that's it though. Is I think those guys don't realize that that yeah, the thing that they asked for, rich people who have no souls and desires, really, not innately, rich people hear them ask for those things, and then they're like, okay, well they can't have that, but maybe that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
Maybe the
But
thing that this insane incel is looking for,
we need to make the cum stealing sex robot.
yeah,
Yeah.
because then there'll be some narrative tension, right? Like, I need not only a sex robot in my house to be servile to me, but I also need a fake cum stealing witch to like patrol around outside and like always be leaning in the window and robotically threatening to steal my cum, and then I'll really get off.
Can I tell you
Right?
the one thing I find the most weird about our society, considering how like the weirdest things are sexualized now?
Yes.
I'm still surprised the spheres from Phantasm haven't been sexualized. And
I'm
like,
sure you could
like
order.
it pops out as like a fleshlight and it like put the thing up your ass and it locks in and you're like, ah, 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 and then like, bam. Like I'm surprised they didn't just jump to that.
I'm sure you can order humorous novelty sex toys that are shaped like famous horror movie props, but they'd be like
I
foam
hope
or what.
so. I mean, because
Probably
otherwise,
wouldn't
what's the
be like.
fucking point, right? Like in this society where you have to have sex with everything, because the sexuality is like in this weird spot where it's like both like it's demonized, but it's also like everywhere. Like the like sex for the purpose of like advertising is still everywhere. That's still like a thing because of course like they're trying to avoid being like you can just rape women. We like
Well,
we have a legal system that'll say that, but our advertising departments are still like maybe that's not okay. So
they always have to have a weird purity fantasy. Like they in public they're comfortable having a weird purity fantasy, like that Andrew R15 psycho or whatever.
yeah,
But then, like in private, they immediately ask Google to show them the most deranged fucking torture, right? Like, I mean,
For
that's
the
what it is,
kid.
right?
For the kid.
Yeah. Somebody was saying this. There, somebody posted about those famous transgressive works of modern art that piss everybody off. One of them
yeah,
is Piss Christ, of course. And some guy was like trying to be fucking all squeaky clean about it or whatever, and he was like, "Well, I don't know. There's Renaissance works of art that have been around for hundreds of years, and people still look at them and talk about them. I don't know if Piss Christ will be around in a couple of hundred years." And I mean, some people had to jump in and explain that that is sort of the transition from quote unquote traditional to actual secular art. Is that originally you were barely even fucking
That's
allowed to.
Mapplethorpe's whole fucking point, you douche.
yeah.
Yeah, like I mean that's what it is. Like, but I don't think he understood it like at all. But I'll tell you one thing: the next time the motherfucker went and took a piss, he probably immediately was like, "Oh Jesus," and had a transcendental experience if it had been a while. I mean, that's what they don't like. They don't like a private moment between them and God that's just about their biology. They don't like the connection between filthy, messy human biology and this sort of concept of the higher spirit that they have, because it has to be this powerful thing. It can't just be like a primal base urge. Like they'd be the same as everybody else. It would
Right.
just be the same as everybody else. No, it has to be this holy presence inhabits their body, and it's inconvenient that messy machine pisses and shits everywhere. Like those somehow aren't the most transcendental meditative moments of your whole life when you're taking a good dump. Like, how can you ignore that obvious shit? It's right in your face. Come on, it's obvious.
It's not hard when you're dumb.
Your biological functions are the closest to a literal communion with God you'll ever experience, and of course they aren't enjoying that at all because they're embarrassed.
Oh
They're
yeah.
ashamed. Or I suppose a small subset of them enjoy it very, very much because they're embarrassed. But the same point, embarrassed. Um, I don't know. I got to make more of the crying Greek statues because we're back to those guys again, essentially, right? I got to
Those,
have
yeah, those guys are popping off right now. They're having their moment in the sun. They're real happy.
I got to have so many JPEGs of crying Greek statues available. I'm just never going to be able to have enough. Probably for the next whole year
LJ,
until yeah.
is there a way to combine the crying Greek statues with the weeping angels from Doctor Who?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely. They're
Oh yeah,
basically the same thing.
definitely. Like okay, you could get just the screenshot of Well, okay, hang on, hang on.
Don't
It's
overthink
coming
it.
together.
You got this.
It's coming together. Okay, I got a lot of the best hits when I was looking for the the Greek statue guys. Not by typing, statue or Greek statue or Roman statue, but by typing philosopher. And it because these guys have been looking for avies for themselves to use when they post all their thoughts uh, for so long that Google has become helpful to like get you like the bust of Socrates or Diogenes or whoever, right? So it makes it hard to drill down on that level, but you can still easily get a screenshot of the sequence in Doctor Who because that shit is one of the more widely known, I think, bits from the new Doctor. Are they still making those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Shit, I
believe
fell
so.
all the way off. I fell off. Shit, I fell off like mid Matt Tennant.
I, I, what's that bitch's name? The dark haired one. She played Clara. She also played Victoria in that mini series. Whatever that actress's name is, I don't
The
fucking like her.
the one who
Like she,
played the redheaded girl who played Clara Oswald or
no,
Jodie
no, no, no.
Jodie
Like,
Whittaker.
well, you just said
Yeah.
no. You said the redheaded girl, and no, she's not redheaded. If you say her first name, I'll know her last
Is it
name.
Jodie Whittaker, the one who became the Doctor?
Oh, no, she's a great actress. That other
Karen Gillian?
Clara, no, Clara Victoria. Let's do a quick search. Oh God.
Murmuring about
I
what
don't.
you hate her. Look at her.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna remember her name. I don't wanna fucking remember her name, and you guys are gonna make me.
But no, so good. But I got to where I was like, I was having sci-fi overdose or something, and I fell off. But I
Jenna
think
Coleman. Is that
okay,
That's
is that her
Claire.
name?
That's Claire Oswald, yeah.
yeah.
Because I mean, I love me some Olivia Coleman, but Jenna, and that's spelled different.
Everybody
Jenna
hated
Coleman.
her, man. I
No,
liked her.
fucking Jenna Coleman. Fuck that cunt. I can't stand her if she's on my screen for more than 2 seconds. I want her to die by the most like painful means possible. Can't stand her. She showed up in Doctor Who and I thought it was going to be like a bit part. No, she's the companion for goddamn ever to a whole nother Doctor Who and it's like, I gotta keep seeing this bitch. And then finally she died. I was like, yes. And then the good doctor, like, they,
Damn, dude.
she got flaky with the companions, and I was just like, but the real story is that I was out way before that because every time I would turn the TV on and I would see that fucking face looking at me, I'm like, oh, I can't watch this episode, and I'd stop.
Damn.
No, I hear you. Okay, there's a lot of times when something runs for a long time and something you really like, but
And you're
they get
like, oh, this is an interstitial. I'ma let
yeah,
it ride.
right. But then suddenly the plot and a bunch of big fandoms and all this stuff starts to revolve around some part of it or some person that you just fucking despise, and it's not even that deep. It's just you hate that motherfucker,
Right?
but
Like
then
I'm
you
sure
know,
in real life she is a lovely person. Like
yeah,
I have no problem with her as a human being, but as an actress, stay the fuck off my screen.
Damn, I just thought she was hot. I mean, like, so, like, I was in. I'm not a creature of, like, very, I have deeper thoughts when I'm thinking about philosophy than I'm thinking about sci-fi. You know.
I'm like that
This
about some
isn't
actors.
thought. This is pure like
It's like
base
gut
of the
feeling.
brain animal. Like I want her dead.
Yeah. No, don't worry, that I understood.
That's like, okay, you guys know how I am about JD Vance. That's how I am about JD Vance even before he ran for office. That's how I
Yeah.
was about JD Vance even before they made that fucking movie. That's how I was about JD Vance ever since I read that book. Is I was like, oh my god, I just read that whole thing. That was fucking terrible. And now it's just like anytime that I see him, it's just like this like deep feeling of like beating of war drums and shit. Like I hate it
Well, that's because
so
JD
much.
Vance has it coming, though. I mean, look at JD Vance. Jesus Christ. The
Hmm.
worst West Virginian or the worst West Virginian, like, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, JD
But no,
Vance sucks.
that's I have that same feeling where it's like, okay, politics and current events, something I pay attention to. It's a long narrative that I like to keep up with. And somebody will be talking about something interesting, and then they'll be like, you know, similar to the position taken by JD Van, and then I'm just like, oh, come on.
God
Shut
damn it! I
up.
wasn't trying for this.
Oh, this is like having AIDS. This is not cool. I'm Gay D Vance of Gay D Vance Power Associates. It was right there. Which I'm surprised, like, Democrats, like, won't ever do a bit like that where they're, like, tongue in cheek, like, making a gay joke, you know what I mean? Like, they'll never do that, so they'll never get away with a joke like that. They're too weak. Which you could easily make, like, you could put that in Republicans' heads really easy that you're Gay D Vance. Like you could put that in their head so easily, and like they just wouldn't have voted for him. They'd have been like, "Oh fuck that guy! I'm not to vote for KD Vance," because they would have taken it hyper seriously. But you'd have just been like, "Look at this giggly name I made, this
I'm not gonna
stupid,
vote.
immature bullshit I came up with in 5 seconds."
I'm not gonna vote for Meatball Ron.
Yeah, I'm not voting for no Dick Ron. Like it's not gonna happen. Oh yeah, I'm gonna vote for Dickless Dave and his Dickless crew. Okay, all right, yeah, it's not no way, sir. My candidate has to preferably without any consent.
The more and more characters like JD Vance get introduced, the less attention I pay to politics. One of my favorite narratives.
You
And
don't like when
it
the Bumble Son becomes the backstabby Bumble Son becomes a senator? You don't like that? That's not a that's not like a thing for you in politics because like that's literally all the Democrats run on.
it's the
Like
whole thing now.
yeah, my dumb
Whether
dumb
or not
Bumble Son,
whether or
dumb
not the
Bumbleville.
backstabbing Bumble Son, whether or not the backstabbing Bumble Son is good, actually.
Yeah,
Hunter's opening's all right, guy, a good boy. Whether or not the son is good, he could have run Burisma. He just smoked too much. He smoked a little too much
my
crack.
boy could have
Look,
done a bunch of crimes with Burisma. That's my point. He could have, but he didn't. My son could have. He's a smart. But look at him. He's so handsome. He's got a hog that won't quit. He's got a hog like his daddy's.
it's
Ain't
the
nothing
Biden
wrong with a
law.
little crack.
Just,
Boy, you gotta learn how to handle your crack.
look at yeah, right. Listen, I think he did. Like, if you can, okay, if you're a white dude who's as rich and famous as Hunter Biden, right, and you can walk up to a crack dealer and have a gun pull on you, like, so can I get some of the crack, sir? Like, you kind of do know how to handle it, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's people say
Yeah,
crack like
yeah,
it's this
yeah.
lower.
Handgun in my face. I got it. And I'm gonna need that crack though.
People say crack like it's always this lower class thing. No, this was a rich guy who wanted to stay awake for the rest of his life and spend his money and party.
Fact.
So he was like, give me some of that super coke that the CIA made. That's
Yeah.
what he was asking for.
You guys got the super drugs, man. I'm gonna need them because I gotta feel something.
Yeah, for about 76 hours.
I have to protect against feeling anything is probably more.
Maybe a little.
Let's be real. But no, but to your previous point, I think we do gotta hand it to Hunter, like as far as him being able to handle his shit, because he
Yeah.
Do you think Hunter's dentist bill is out of this world with all the crack he be doing?
Yeah.
I've said
well,
it before.
yeah,
and I've said
but
it
the
Like he just sits in a
people,
chair and they're like, again, fucking Hunter. Like what the fuck?
no, but those
You're getting your
those
money,
people,
damn it. Just fix my teeth.
I think that for those people, like implants are commonplace. Like
Yeah.
he might have had a full set of like drilled in fake teeth by the time he was 30. We don't know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
Because they got it like that. They can just be like, all right, give me like not even veneers. Like, oh, just give me a set that will never go
Growth.
away.
Give him growth.
I need a set of teeth that will be able to bite through a handcuff, and I don't really want to give you a lot of explanation as to why I'm going to need to bite through handcuffs at some point in
Right.
my life.
And then also,
Oh,
I
but
mean,
he wants that premium artisan slave teeth like Washington had.
Yeah. Do you think Hunter?
Like,
No,
they gotta
not
be
Hunter.
decorative.
Like
And,
Mama
but
used
also,
to
like,
make.
think about how much tooth grinding you do if you're on like ecstasy or meth. Like you
That's why I
almost
tried that.
have to have artificial George Washington slave teeth at that point. Like because otherwise you're gonna grind them to dust.
You're just
If you've
Are
got
you that
that
guy?
much money and that much lack of responsibility, like
Are you that?
your teeth are gonna end up being like a millimeter long.
yeah.
Are you that guy that my dad sent to take care of me? Yeah, yes, sir. Okay, good. I need the super meth that the CIA made. Crack cocaine. I need that, and then I also need some grind-proof, indestructible choppers. Okay, you order me that stuff up.
You're my minder. What's your name? Keith. Keith, I'm gonna need you to give me your teeth.
Why does your rider just say, "Give me your teeth now"?
He's
And
crying in
don't
the
ask
corner
a hell of a
with
lot
blood.
of questions about it. I'm not in the mood. I
He's
don't.
just crying in the corner with blood pouring out of his mouth. This is
Yeah.
the first job for the Democratic Party that he ever had. This is his first job, and he's like, "I was a political science major."
They didn't say anything about this in poli sci.
Hunter Biden stole my teeth.
Hunter Biden stole my teeth. Hunter Biden whooped my ass for my teeth. He beat my ass and he took my teeth.
You don't know you're going to get to the. You don't know you're going to the minder department. The rest of the Democratic Party guys just don't like
This
you.
internship is not okay.
Oh yeah, that's your article. There you go. You get your news article. It's like, look, okay, I love the Democratic Party. I even voted for Joe Biden 3 times and broke the law. But this internship for Hunter Biden is not okay.
It is not going well. I will say though, I've said it before, and I'll say it again probably a bunch more times. For as long as he survives, all the cool stuff that he does all the time.
Is cool.
I mean, as far as Hunter Biden, yeah, any guy that prostitutes speak well of
Yeah.
is probably an okay guy.
Oh yeah, no, he's nice. That's what I'm saying. Is Hunter actually that bad? Like, it's his dad buying him those slave teeth.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
that's his dad's doing. He's just like, Dad, I just need dentures. He's like, nah, listen, Mac, don't ask too many fucking questions about where these teeth came from, okay? And if you hear anything in the news about the tooth ripper going down to black neighborhoods and taking them, like, I don't want you asking a whole lot of fucking questions. Like, that's what I think's happening with Hunter, man. I don't think Hunter's like out there like, yes, I have to be just as evil because, like, yeah, he's nice to prostitutes. He definitely hangs out with more black people than Joe Biden has in his entire life.
That's how
And
they
in
get
a
him when
way
they
that
do
isn't
the-
like you threatening them with a chain to become their friend. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say?
Dad, did you not hear? Did you not hear the corn pop story?
I was a little bit distracted, and I don't know what was going on here.
The premise of the corn pop story
I've
is that Joe
never,
Biden
I've never
threatens
seen
black men.
Hunter. I've never seen Hunter unconsensually sniff anybody.
Yeah. Oh, the
Yeah.
sniffing is all consensual with Hunter. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's so handsome. You want him to
Oh,
give you.
those people ain't drugs.
Yeah, those people ain't drugs. Of course he's asking for consent, man. If they were drugs, he would just go for it, but they're not.
The first thing you're going to do when you meet him, you're going to sniff him. You're going to confirm that it do in fact smell crazy in there.
Yeah.
And it too.
Wait, you didn't know that how he became friends? Like, you didn't hear the corn pop story, did you? You didn't hear it proper. You just knew about corn pop, didn't you?
Yeah. Circle back around. Circle back around.
Okay, let's tell a Joe Biden certified Joe classic right there. Real ass Joe Biden story. So, Mr. Biden, his big claim to fame about knowing black people was back in the 70s. It was back in the 70s. He was doing a lot of racial tension shit.
Charge over.
And he was like a pool lifeguard, and he was talking about his relationship to the black community there, and he said it was really contentious and violent, and that these guys came down and were going to kick his ass. So he pulled out a chain and threatened them. Now it's coincidental that it is Corn Pop and it's all these black dudes, but that's like how he became friends with Corn Pop, was threatening him with a fucking chain. I'm not making this up.
I got hairy legs. Really
Yeah.
blonde in the sunshine. Stand up underwater, and then I brandished my chain, and I brought order to the savage lands at the west side of town, like the white man.
You gotta earn your keep. You gotta keep.
You got to know your steel.
You gotta know your steel.
Yeah.
And Biden voice.
Joe Biden purports that he was a regulator at the pool, at the public pool, keeping, like, the subtext is like Joe Biden's first friendship with black people came at the hands of him kicking black people out of the pool. Which is like, it's one of those Joe Biden stories where you're like, that happened. That 100% happened. This isn't made up. He's not misremembering. Joe Biden did kick black people out of the public fucking pool. Like that's his heartwarming story about making cross-race friends, is just simply threatening to beat the shit out of black guys with a fucking chain, because they're like, we're gonna cut you, white boy. Which is the only part of the story that I find unbelievable, but like I'm willing to humor it for a second.
All of y'all that didn't,
Because like if you met Joe Biden in public, like wouldn't you be like, I'm gonna cut you, white boy? Like, wouldn't you too? So like I'm like, okay, maybe that has some element of truth to it too,
all of y'all that didn't stand up to me just now for walking around like I owned all of y'all, you guys are with me now. I'm gonna run for president one day. I'm gonna need all of your help.
You guys are the boys now. You're in it to win it.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's like real ass Joe Biden lore. Like Joe Biden's big claim to fame was like, I threatened to beat black kids.
I mean, I have certain family members in my life who, like, when I was younger, like, it seemed like they really were cool, and they really probably were cool with black people. But upon
But
getting older, I
but
realized that all these people have the Joe Biden disease,
Yeah.
where they just think it's this like it's all this like um extending the grace of the white man into the savage lands thing. It just is. It's like this fucking specter that can never be fully vanquished as long as they retain their generational wealth, right?
Yeah. Because it's always
Like
going to
that's
put them in ideological opposition to blackness.
yes.
Yeah. It's fucked up, man. It's what it
I've
boils down to.
absorbed enough blackness by osmosis. I've exposed myself to a lot of black people. And
oh,
so I totally
not a
understand what it's like and I can speak for them.
not
Right.
osmosis, parasitism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a day walker in his mind.
He's
He is.
a blackness vampire.
He is a white guy who thinks he has the right
Well,
to
no,
say the
it's more
black
like
thing.
a Renfield though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's not
Because
actually he's just
the
a
real
hanger on
blackness
that thinks that
yeah,
he's like part of it.
it's
Yeah.
perfect. The red pill is perfect because the real blackness vampire was Barack Obama, and then, then Joe Biden is the
Whoever gave that laugh, perfect.
Obama was the blackness blade.
Yeah.
yeah. Now listen, okay, listen. You need somebody to keep these black people in check, okay? You need somebody to defeat them, okay? Before they take over, before they mess everything up. Now listen, you may not be able to tell by looking at me, but some people would consider me black. What they call a daywalker.
They
What they
call
White
call a
it
House,
daywalker.
daywalking.
that White House blood order.
I'll show you a motherfucking White House. That house gonna be so white when I'm done with it.
Skeet, 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 motherfucker!
Skeet, skeet,
Ah,
motherfucker.
skeet skeet, goddamn.
Skeet, skeet, goddamn. That's what I have to say to you.
The painted White House.
Yeah.
God. God damn it. Well, they held it together for a long time, right? Like
Eh.
the white colonial landlords that, owned slaves that founded this country. Like, they kept it in the family for a long time. Wasn't it like 200-300 years or something?
Kept it up the family's ass.
And
I mean, it's a
LG, I feel like while you're talking, the that Oscars in memoriam music should be playing, and there should be clips of like greatest whitenesses ever.
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm. Like when
No, do continue. Do continue.
like when Richard Nixon was a racist psychopath, but you felt bad for him because he was pathetic. Or like when Ronald Reagan was a racist psychopath, but you felt bad for him because he pretended to have Alzheimer's.
Oh, I
Or
got one. I got one. I got one. What about that time that guy was named Klon Kitchen?
Yeah.
Every time I hear it, I'll laugh uncontrollably. I'm still not over it. I'm not going to be over it for a while. Like they can't see themselves anymore, right? Oh, they're giving us all this shit about all the terrible racism we do. Well, this will fix you assholes. Klon Kitchens is going to explain to you about whiteness and blackness now. Right?
Yes, Clan Kitchen. We all know. The joy of Clan Kitchen.
We were talking about this the other night, and it's like people are mishearing it, and they're like, "Your name is Clan, like with a C," and then he's just like, "No, with a K." It's like, He says it super casual.
Yeah. You're like, no, that's what they came, man. Be cool. Like, I don't know why you gotta be weird about my name. I'm just named Klondike Bar Jenkins, the white guy.
What? It's my heritage. It's my identity.
It's my identity, thank you.
Did you see they banned all those people for talking about stone toss?
No. Oh, that's funny. How about that? They talked about the neo-Nazi Latino, and then suddenly like, well, we can't do that no more.
Yeah. That's the type of stuff you get banned for now.
Yeah.
That's a question. I didn't know he was Latino.
Yeah. He's a Latino named Hans.
A Latino named Hans.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
an
Where-
interesting combination. I wonder
What
how
country are
that
we talking
happened.
about here?
Yeah.
What
I wonder what
country are
happened.
we talking about here?
I
Are
wonder
we
what would
talking about certain South American coastal countries, like maybe on the East Coast there, that would
Could be.
you know, that somebody could
So he's
travel
not a
from
Spaniard.
Europe to,
So he's
Probably
not a
not.
Spaniard. Interesting.
not a Spaniard. I mean, Franco fell.
Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Who names their kid Quan?
That's still the part.
Who does that?
Who the fuck does that?
And the thing is, if I found out that a dude named Klon Kitchen put like a gun to his mother's head and like just fired it multiple times,
You would be like,
I'd
yep.
be able to understand. I could empathize.
You'd
Right.
be like, yep, that's exactly what a guy named Klon Kitchen does.
Oh, and that's what
Sure.
he should do. She named him.
She named him Klon.
Right.
Liam, I can only
See-
imagine every teacher's reaction to that name.
Yeah.
What's your name? Quan? What?
You know, she
What now?
did it to make. It's like the classic country song. She just did it to make him tough, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Name
Yeah.
him almost
A
clown.
boy
Boy
named
named Klon.
Klon.
Name him almost clown just to see what happens.
Let's see if he grows up as a true clown.
But yeah, it is funny about the one guy being, you know, of Hispanic descent. And I wonder what that could do to you if you were like an ethnic minority that somebody gave 3 Nazi names to.
I don't know. I don't think
Or what-
anything good.
Damn it, Stone Toss. You get the Wallace for you, right?
Yeah. Oh, he does.
What?
He's a white supremacist. I mean, he likes the shit.
He
Well, I
gets
feel-
over and he's like, fuck everybody else trying to cross the wall, and then they Stone Toss him back over.
Yeah.
Well, I feel marginally better about some of
catapult?
these things. In a small way, I feel marginally better about some of these things. Thank you guys.
Yeah, you're very welcome. But yeah,
I was
no.
having a hard time here.
Oh, why? We shouldn't have a hard time with this stuff. It's just, you know, the Nazification of America.
I saw a lot of Nazis and rednecks and stuff online today, like a lot. Like, and you know, there's always a lot of Nazis on the computer, but like now, like a lot of Nazis on the computer. It's like a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Nazis everywhere.
I just posted something in the chat. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with this. It's old. But talking about like those weird like
Oh, I love this.
yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
This is one of my
Jake,
favorite
I
things.
should have known that you would have listened to this.
Yeah, you guys.
Um, I still think about John and his fucking labyrinth all the time, and the fucking clock. Anytime I see like a clock repair place, I immediately think of him.
Look at the beautiful .org site that they made to host this thing on. This is how you used to roll, folks.
Right. It was a spin-off.
Right, like
It was a spin-off of a spin-off, and they put this much effort into just like the site that you go to.
Yeah.
Well, This American Life to begin with is already such a great like format for like a little drama or a little story or whatever. Like all the things that spun out of it, like that was some of the even better stuff because it was getting even weirder or whatever. While that kind of content kind of had to become more mainstream as more people listened to it, right? Like it was the little offshoots that stayed good.
Yeah.
And it's just this. I've never actually been to this site before, and I'm looking at it. I'm scrolling through. I'm watching like the little graphics doing their little bouncy thing.
Yeah, they made a gorgeous little .org site to just put it in like a little box forever.
Oh, and you can go. There is a non-obtrusive menu at the bottom. One of the things says music. You click on it. It gives you all the music credits.
Oh yeah.
It's goddamn. I mean, it's a nicely done website. I'm glad I saw this.
Well,
But
all the public radio stuff, really. Public radio always had a banging playlist. Like, shit, man. Back when I used to listen to fucking news on NPR, I'd pick up bangers off that shit. Man, I mean, that's, it's reliable in that sense.
yeah, and then they defunded everything, and that happened.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, it's expensive to have so many wars.
If there's anyone chilling with the Suns, go check out stownpodcast.org. It's a great like limited audio series about a dude in a small town that knows something is up.
Yeah, it's really good. I forgot that thing existed. We'll pop that in the big chat for goofy ass mindful wellness as well.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
it sounds like Night Vale though.
It's not. It's real.
Oh.
It's the opposite of Night
It's based
Vale.
on like a real human being.
Yeah, no, like, and the
someone in NPR
interviewer
was like, I need to interview this person.
Yeah, if you've never heard this might freak you out a little bit. You might really like this if you've never heard this thing.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah, there's this dude who's like kind of like a rando that works at This American Life. Like he's not like he's one of the producers. Like he's just a dude. But he keeps getting these emails from this southern dude that's like, there's a giant conspiracy happening in my dipshit southern town. So he decides to go down there and find out what's up.
Okay.
And it's not maybe what the original guy on the email end thought it was gonna be, but the story is fascinating. The people are very interesting. It's and especially if you think about or care about like small town stuff and the weird politicking and and how capitalism has rotted it from the inside. I think
You don't
may
ever
be
think about
interested.
those things, but if you would,
Right. Notoriously, I
we
am
mean it
very
as like a
apolitical.
hypothetical.
Yeah. Notoriously apolitical Dan Cohen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. All right.
I don't presume to
It's
know
also like
your
it's pretty
interest.
short. It's something that you could grind through in like a work day if you were bored, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do like grinding.
There are 7 episodes.
Okay.
And I think if I recall correctly, they're under an hour each.
Yeah. That was your sweet spot for audio dramas and audio essays on NPR back in the day. Because you were trying to hit about 55 minutes and then run like one commercial about like a fundraiser. Back when, it was publicly funded and it was really, really good, back then.
Yeah. Back when it was whites only. No, that'd be terrible. Plus, they still
I
feel like it's not
refuse
all
to
in whites only.
believe that our Fabia Quist Arcton the foreign correspondent in Dakar. I refuse to believe that that's a white lady.
Yeah, it's probably not any white
Probably
lady
not.
name. Maybe a Quiz Darkton.
If her name was Quiz Darkton, I would definitely say she's a white lady. That's a very white name. White people like racist names like that.
You haven't heard how she pronounces Dakar.
Dakar. Like sounds like she pronounces it like she's a fucking Ewok. Like I'm waiting for her to be like Chucky Chucky Taki.
Terrible news from Jub Jub today.
Yes, from Jub Jub.
Tucky 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 Jub Jub.
Okay, so
No.
Daniel, according to Wikipedia,
Yeah.
she is a Ghanaian British radio journalist.
Oh,
Ah.
right. Good.
That
All
sounds like a
right.
fancy way of saying white.
Yeah.
Mm,
Have a really strange name like Elon Musk, for example. A really
yeah.
strange like
See
British
if I
Yeah.
can
colony,
get
European
a
colony kind of
picture
way.
here. I'm gonna see if I can get a picture here because you guys are making me question my assumptions. Good for you.
She's South African black, which is white, because they've decided that they're the new black people. We are the black people now in South Africa, you know. That's why you can say it's a genocide against us, because we're not white no more. We're all black.
It
You know,
wasn't fair.
because you don't
The white
care.
man.
You don't care when the genocide is white. Like when they tell me like you can't just like buy black people's feet anymore. Not because I needed feet, but because like I thought it was a cool thing to buy. I'm not allowed to do that anymore. That's a
I use
genocide. You
I
don't
use
want
them
to
to
hear it.
decorate. I use the feet to decorate for the annual Gollywog Festival.
You don't.
We
You
all
don't.
love it here.
You don't
They
want
love
to
it in
hear the
Sweden.
truth,
Um,
but you're doing a genocide when you tell me that I can't just own black people kneecaps and wear them as like shin guards. When you say this is a moral crime against humanity, what you're telling me is that my culture does not matter, and you're trying to erase it. That's ethnic cleansing at the very
It
least.
was it wasn't fair to the white man anymore. So we are because of woke. So now we are black men.
Now we're
Now
black men to compensate. This is what you've done with your wokeness.
you made me do this.
You made me do this. I didn't do this because I wanted to. I wanted to stay white, but you said that I couldn't be white anymore and still be the beneficiary of white supremacy. You said this. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to pretend now that I'm not a black man? So you're being ridiculous. It's simply being ludicrous with the way you talk about me and to my face all the time. It's not cool, by the way. I don't think it's very cool. That's not very
It's
cool.
probably cool.
It n-
He's rose in prominence so much since a few years ago when we were joking about this, but the more and more it doesn't matter like what he gets known for or where you're supposed to think he is or who you're supposed to think he is or what
they're
he owns.
saying it more and more.
Like yeah, the more
yeah.
and more you see of this fucker, I always just kind of picture him just plowing the Lightning McQueen tailpipe when he's
Hmm.
talking from the old Skirt Vonnegut tweet about how he's obsessed with having sex with cars, and that's why he's obsessed with cars. And
Yeah.
he has a sex racetrack where he has all of the anthropomorphic cars from cartoons and movies are all locked up there, and
Hmm.
he just owns the shit out of them all the time. It's anytime I think of him now, like just now when we're sitting here doing Elon Musk bits, like I was just picturing him while he's saying all that stuff, just plowing the cartoon tailpipe.
Yeah. That's what I
And the
do.
sad thing is, he'll never fill it.
No.
No,
No, I know I never feel it. It's not the point about filling
Um,
it. It's the point is to just be alive and like do this thing. It's just to be a human in the moment. That's what you fucking leftists always used to talk about. Like you had to be like a human in the moment with experience. Well, I'm trying to experience having car sex, and you're like,
I
oh, look at this dumb South African German boy who hates the N words. He's trying to have car sex again. That's how you talk to me. It's not super cool. I don't think it's cool. I don't like it. It's not very good. I bought X because I wanted people to know that my friend Hans and I like to make comics about white guys who look oddly like sperms and say racist things. And now you're like making fun of me for that. Like I can't, what am I supposed to do? Like you wonder why I left the left. Well, the left left me.
And I empathize with your struggle of not feeling important
Yeah,
enough.
you could say it's Mein Kampf.
Um,
You could say that. Yeah, it is Mein Kampf,
yeah.
you know.
There are a couple things I have to note. Um, First of all, I think the uh not ethnic, like country background of those people is actually like Dutch, not German. Um,
Oh, okay, yeah. We're supposed to pretend the Dutch aren't German people. Okay.
secondly, secondly,
Wow, how woke of you.
I regret to inform you if you would look in the chat, I've put up a couple pictures of Fabia Quistarkton.
Okay, so she did turn out to actually be from Ghana more than Britain.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so
That
I
woman is the most Ghanaian
sorry,
woman I have ever seen in my life.
but like,
I think she yelled at me for eating fufu wrong
yeah,
in the
right.
picture. I think that's what happened. I think,
She made you the best peanut butter stew ever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, peanut
yeah,
butter stew, super cool. Well, I can't say that no more because it's not woke
no.
to say it.
but
Also, I think that
I
the
wanna
Ghanaian thing is
bask
jollof rice.
I wanna bask for a moment in um I trusted the nice lady on the radio to be kind of who I pictured, and she was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
He
is super
really
sweet.
is.
She's got the. I love her voice. I do. It. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Anytime you say British, I immediately seem like the palest person ever.
Well, I mean, Wikipedia said no. She's got this great. Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
She's
You
got
can
a
say
great
what you
voice.
want.
I like listening to her. I don't like listening to many women.
Really?
To be very honest, I find most women's voices, you know, they
So
don't
really,
please. They don't please
so
me.
really, Juniper all along, who was disregarding the voices of women. Well, I can guarantee that we're never going to listen to Juniper again because of this.
Yeah.
Like especially
Fucking
like
canceled. Knew it was gonna happen. Knew it.
especially
I knew it.
especially in the mid to late seasons of the new Doctor Who's, it's hard to listen to. It's hard to listen to women.
We're getting
I
wild
mean,
card here.
to be fair, you can't listen to anybody during that time because I'm in there, like, just fucking yelling my head off and talking over anyone else that tries to get a word in edgewise.
Yeah,
Like
but that's what we love about you.
I think it was like
Yeah.
it the last couple of times that we don't have a guest on the space, it's been super crosstalky, but I don't give a shit. I like it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Like that's the live show, right? Like there's no question that when we sit down and do stuff that has a point or that we plan to do it or whatever, that it comes off, that it goes well, that it works, it's a
Yeah.
guest episode or if it's something somebody wrote or whatever. I don't even do that stuff. So if it's just a live space where a bunch of randos are coming in there, I mean, sometimes we're going to push them around a little bit. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just that's how it is.
Just what happens. What happens when you take
unless
four
they're
random
really,
strangers, blindfold them,
unless
and
they're
tell them each other person there is white but them?
unless they're really nice, then we're going to be nice to them. But if they're just regular jack-offs, then
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck them.
Oh my god. Well, this was fun, you guys. I feel a lot better.
Do you?
I do.
I
I
feel
feel like
like the world is better.
the foul humors and juices have been excised from my system.
Show me your whiteness again. Show me your whiteness again. Tell me that you are not Han Chinese.
I'm gonna hang my old bones up on a lovely Friday evening.
Oh, you're taking off?
Yeah, I'm
Is
gonna
this
go.
the end?
I'm gonna go crawl into my coffin before the sun rises. It turns me to
It feels
dust.
like the end.
I
Yeah.
will say this. I'm glad I started 20 minutes early today.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, we were live.
Yeah, we were live
Yeah.
during that entire time that the sound wasn't on. That's how people were figuring it out. And it was like perfect because it just put us like a minute behind schedule rather than like behind schedule.
Can we fix
No,
the?
there was a significant period of time when it was rolling, and there was no sound.
Yeah, there was 20 minutes.
Can we
but I
just fix the
started.
sound thing in post?
No, we can't. I started it at. I started at
Bad news, guys.
9:45 though. Like when
Bad
it got
news,
dark.
guys. There was no sound this entire time. Sorry,
That's not
That's
true.
no podcast. We gotta restart
Oh,
from the beginning.
that beginning
That's not
that
true. Nice try.
that beginning part, that's the Mad Libs part. You
Yeah.
just the listener just imagines like whatever the riffs that everybody else said were. Like that's on you, listener. If that part's not funny, it's because you didn't think of funny enough stuff that we were probably saying.
Mhm.
God
It
damn,
is statistically
he's been live
best
the last
answer.
3 hours. You heard all that?
Yeah. Mhm. That's how it is. That's what I planned for tonight because I felt like the computer was going to give me trouble because I tried to log into Steam and I was like, I tried to log into Steam. So obviously now the computer is going to be like, I kind of hate you for punishing me by making me try to log into Steam. So I was like, I better double check my sound settings. I better double check everything. And lo and befucking hold, I try to log into Steam to get my kid wobble dogs because I'm a good dad. My dad likes that. My kid
Wobble
likes that weird
dogs.
shit.
I
Yeah,
believe you.
That's a kid's thing.
yeah.
Wobble, wobble baby, wobble
I thought all the
baby,
kids'
wobble
things
baby,
were
wobble.
poop these days.
No, they're not all poop. Sometimes it's about weird genetic engineering of dogs, and I try not to judge my daughter.
What kind of dogs are you talking about?
It's a very loose definition of the word dog. Did some fucked up shit. By the way, welcome to the show, secret guest.
Wobbly dog.
They're dogs in the sense that that kid on Coco Melon is a baby.
Uh huh. That's actually a
But
really
have
apt
you
comparison.
watched Bluey yet?
Have I watched Bluey yet? No, I don't watch kids TV.
Oh, you must hate Australians.
Well, no, that's
Um,
what's hip in philosophy, though. You got to catch up on children's shows because that's what all the most influential philosophers of the country, of
The
America.
sociologists, the
I don't know.
anthropologists, they're all talking about fucking Bluey.
Yeah,
But the thing
We're trying
is
to
that.
fuck the cartoon
The
dog.
fucking paleontologists.
But wait, I heard Australia mentioned.
That's what I'm saying. Like Bluey
We
is the fucking
some
shit.
of us have very strong opinions on Australia.
Some of us do.
I do. Fuck the Australians.
Hmm.
And maybe
What?
it's not like the thing to discuss on this show, but
They're
I think
odd odors
LP
and
will
scents.
back me up that we have actually are they, I don't want to call them writings, tenets,
We have a lot of right. No,
deeply held beliefs.
Yeah, we have a lot of discourse on the show as to whether or not Australians are people.
I'm just saying.
I don't know
we
if
don't,
they're
like,
people or not, but
our-
Bluey is a dog. He is the bestest boy, okay?
But the
Our
problem,
position
bestest
is
girl.
that
I'm not sure how
Australia
they
doesn't
define.
actually exist.
right. To be a real
So-
person or a real dog, you have to live in a real country.
I'm just saying white is white.
Listen, I'm just saying that it's not my goddamn fault.
why are you
I
watching
am
fucking Blue?
positive that dog is amazing, and I wish I could pet it.
Me too.
Well, Bluey is. It's
Me
better.
too,
I will say
Jennifer.
this.
You know what? Are you single? Do you like women? Or people who slightly identify as women?
You're really drawing
That deserves a real answer that I don't feel comfortable giving in this context.
Sidebar.
Super fair. I'm sorry. I'm drunk, as I mentioned earlier. But you know what? I hope
And
you have
I
a
am
wonderful
flattered.
weekend.
No,
Absolutely. Your voice is sexy as fuck.
Juniper's mojo has been unstoppable this
This
week.
is
There was
amazing because earlier in the episode, let's run the tape back just a few minutes here. What was that about women's voices, Juniper?
Done. I'm not the voice of women. I'm the voice of sometimes kind of sort of women.
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is that Juniper had some interesting hot takes going on there.
Oh,
It
well, in that
doesn't,
case,
On
not my
that
bad.
note,
Daniel, it
Yes.
doesn't matter
before
that
someone gets canceled,
people might not remember
5 minutes ago.
what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
that is true.
that's exactly right, Juniper, and that's how I live my life. And by the way, if you're gonna cancel me, it's BUGG. B as in boy,
You're
U
not
as in
getting
unicorn.
canceled.
I
Oh,
am the one who is canceled.
Bingo.
well, you're on your own, Dan.
All I'm saying is
That-
Australia is like bullshit UK. It's like like UK
It's not
but
really
racist.
there. It's a construct. They've convinced us that there's this place called Australia where like shit happens, but it doesn't actually exist.
No.
Well, they got the receipts. They stole the land to prove it.
I'm so sorry to say I'm behind in the lore of Australia.
Yeah,
Okay,
you got to kind
technically,
of get caught up here. The flat earthers, which we are absolutely a flat earth podcast,
And
Yeah,
Yakubians.
don't believe
And,
I
Australia is
do
real.
try to tune in every week.
and Yakubians.
Hell,
Yeah, we are definitely pro Yakub. Wait, we're anti Yakubian, pro Yakub worship and lore, and what else? Shit, I forgot the list of things that get us canceled.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
What's that?
What's the matter, Michael Jordan Peterson?
Well,
What's the matter?
white people were
Where'd you
invented by
go?
Yakub, and we swear by that.
Yeah, I've never met a
I'm done
black
with that.
person in my life.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
I've
so
never.
Uh,
My apologies, sir. Please go ahead.
no, you're fine. We're just we're at this point anything goes. It's completely fine.
Yeah, we've made it
As
past
Michael
anything
Jordan
serious we were
Peterson
going to
stated,
do.
I've never met a black person in my life, and I've been alive for quite some time now.
You've
Mr. Congratulations, because it's shitty out here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can only imagine. It sounds awful on the news.
it's not good.
He found the
I
police.
meant
half
being
the
a
time.
human on planet Earth right now.
Oh, you're an Earthling. I'm so sorry, Juniper. I did not catch that. Did I misplanet you?
Well, no, I'm on Earth. The human part is debatable, but I'm just saying,
on
like,
Earth, but I'm not with Earth.
I'm not with her. I'm not with her, but it's a fried chicken joint.
hey,
Juniper, as I
I
said,
ain't from Earth, but I ain't here to talk about that because it ain't where you're
Understood.
from. It's
Who you bum?
oh my god, you guys!
What?
It ain't where you're from. It's where you're at. Hit me with a
No.
horn, Tony. Dun, dun, dun.
No, I was
I'm
doing a
at
rhyme. I didn't
So
catch
NPP's
you.
disappointing.
house, so I don't know what to tell you. And that's also like who I bumped, so I'm sorry if I have
All right, ma'am.
misled y'all.
All right, ma'am. You're going to timeout.
We good. Nice to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out tonight, you guys.
All
Yeah.
And I'm
right.
gonna hang my moldy old bones up in the closet. I gotta go get in the vampire coffin before the sun comes up. You know, me and Barack Obama, the blackness vampire.
Me and Obama, the blackness vampire guys who suck blood.
Vampire.
I'm more of a vampire, man. I'm a lot more animalistic in nature, man. Barack was the big fancy ass vampire Dracula guy. I was like, damn it, Barack, I don't know how to do any of this, man. I don't want to just like fuck like a dog, man. I just want to get out there and bite some necks and rub my shit in it. You know, I'm
Well, he's a
I'm
ghoul.
just trying to goop, man.
Sounds a little more like a Yankee like can to me.
Well, he's a ghoul. He's like a thrall of the head vampire, which is Barack Obama. So of course Joe is like a ghoul. You know, he's like more.
No, man, I'm not like a ghoul per se. I'm more like I said, I'm more like a vampire. Where you're talking about vampires, man. I'm a fucking
It's a
vampire.
thrall, vampire thrall. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, man, I'm like a
Familiar.
No, I'm not a
To be
I'm not
fair,
familiar with nothing, man. I'm not familiar with nothing. What I am is I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm a vampire, man. It's like a Slavic one.
Okay, so you'll be unsurprised to hear.
totally Nosferatu.
Not harass Sue is what I'd say.
You'll be unsurprised to hear. Okay, according to these Google results, you'll be unsurprised to hear that conservatives have already done a little bit of vampire Obama,
Yeah.
and this is one of the rare times when I have to give them credit. They did get one that was like right there. It was like right in my face, but I just didn't think of it. Um, I'm seeing a lot of pictures of present Baracula Obama. It
Yeah,
was right there.
Baracula, man.
It was right there.
It was right there. That's what I always called him. I said, "Hey, Baracula, you're like the
Blood red
Black
and tan
Dracula."
suits.
That's how you knew, man. What kind of a man wears a tan suit? But one of the vampires. Now, like I said, I'm a vampire. It's different. It's more Slavian origin.
No, there are a lot of racist Halloween masks of Barack Obama that you can buy.
Yeah, there are.
Like a lot.
Like a lot. Yeah, boy. Do you want to get some racist shit on about Barack Obama, man? I got so many racist Halloween masks. I'm the one who markets those, man. That's how I make my scratch.
We're running around, buddy.
Alrighty, guys. I'm
Oh, what do? You cutting and running?
Slam in the back
I'm
of
gonna
my
call
old
it a night.
Bacula.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You're cutting and running like some kind of a fucking Democrat. I see.
Shit. I gotta call it. I gotta go to
Yeah.
work in the morning.
All right.
Discretion is the better part of valor, my friend.
Valor, man. That was a chick I used to bang back when I was doing a lot of blow. Her name was Judah Valor. Yeah. I don't know when I am anymore, man. I'm trying to see myself through the grand scope of time, and I just don't know if I even exist anymore. They say about imposter syndrome, but don't you have to be something to be an imposter or something else? I don't even think I exist. Sometimes I think I'm Chinese, and I know I'm not. But what if I was a beautiful Han Chinese woman?
You know what I was thinking the other day?
Never
Yeah, I was
seen
just
as fuck.
I was just thinking, and I was just like, Dr. Jill, what would I look like if I was black or
What
Chinese?
if I was a Chinese woman, man? Wouldn't that be a trip? What if I was Barack Hussein Chinese woman? What if I was just Chinese? What would you do then, man? I've seen so many things, man. You can't even I fucking believe, man. Like I've seen throughout the coast of Orion, man. I've seen stars burning, man. I've seen stars and bars burning off the coast of Orion.
Stop!
I've seen so many things, man. I once saw a guy, man. He took a chicken nugget, man, and he snorted it through his nose to eat it. You can't even begin to fathom the crazy shit I've seen out there, man. Just beyond the burning grip of reality, I've seen it all, man. I've watched Time Decay, Mac. It's 2000 and it's 2004, and George Bush is slapped me on the ass we're laughing about the fact that there's this black guy trying to become a senator, and then it jumps to 2012, and I'm saying yes sir, Mr. President, to a black man, and then it's 2001, and I'm hoping that George W. Bush declares a holy war on all the crime in the country to respond to the Muslims attacking us, man. And then it's 2003, and Pat Tillman just got fucking iced, and he's not a good quarterback now, man, or whatever he was. Doesn't really matter. I don't know. go back to 1972 when I told everybody in the Senate that for the 9th time that I wasn't letting no fucking black kid sit next to my kid on the bus, man. They don't learn by osmosis. And I just see every string of my own humanity, man, and I'm just like that's awesome.
And then after I said that to him, it was 2011, and I'm at the film Osmosis Jones with my family, and we're enjoying it very much.
It's 1968, and I'm about to meet my friend Corn Pop by threatening him with a chain, man. Now it's 1972, and I'm still threatening Corn Pop with a chain every time I see him, and he keeps saying, "Man, you got to knock that off, dude. It doesn't look good." And now it's 2004, and I went back for the cookout in Delaware, and sure enough, I threatened Corn Pop with a chain again. My whole life
Somebody,
has been a series of events where I've threatened Corn Pop with a chain. That's all I do in life. That's my entire
somebody,
existence.
somebody write the phrase. Somebody write the phrase. Joe Biden quote: "Blacks learn by osmosis," and then next to it, write, "Chris Rock is Osmosis Jones," and then
Yeah.
we're going to need that later. I'm not sure why, but I know we're going to need that later.
We're gonna need that later, Mac.
Oh, Jesus Christ, LG.
What?
He's a goddamn genius.
Yeah.
Is what?
Blacks don't learn from Osmosis Jones.
It's like in the movie Osmosis Jones. That's how they learn. I learned it. My friend Chris Rock, we're friends. I threatened him with a chain a little bit, a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit of chain threat. Mac,
It was very nice after that. We wrote a very good movie together about how black people learn through osmosis.
we decided to
The
correct
culture
America.
was different then.
Yeah, the culture was different.
If you threaten somebody with a chain, it didn't, like I understand that today that kind of behavior is unacceptable, but like it was a different time.
It was a different time, Mac. Yeah, it was a time. It was a simpler time in America, a beautiful time, a time when you were doing chain threats to black people. You were threatening them with a chain, man, and everyone was like, "Ha ha ha! That's such a funny thing you did," and it wasn't like a big thing. Not that I'm saying it's good to threaten with chains, man. It just really wasn't a big deal when I was a kid, Yeah, I just see it. I see right now. I see a Palestinian child burning. I see 2. I see 48. I see 67. So I send off 9 more shipments of weapons to Israel today. Because that's not enough. I see stars, man, like you've never seen them before, dude. So I see stars burning, Mac, in such beautiful delineations and declinations. It's 1987, and I find myself writing the first Harry Potter book, which I'm the person who wrote it. I remember saying to myself, Mac, this is a story that only a woman can tell. So I told that story. Because I wrote every book, Mac. I did it. It was me.
It's the only way to tell people that my boss, the president, is a vampire.
I had to
To
tell them.
create a story.
It's 2012, and Hemlock hasn't been proven to be one of the shittiest shows ever made, despite having Vivica Jensen on it. Total smoke show. Total smoke show hottie. Completely fuckable. 10 out of 10. Would bang. But it hasn't been proven to be complete dog shit yet. It's only going to be known very soon, Mac. This Biden thing, I'm doing real good at it. I'm going to keep burning for a while here, man. I'm doing good on this, like, fucking Stars of Orion fucking Biden thing. Yeah, you fucking okay. Try to deny it is my argument. Try to deny that I'm fucking lighting this up because I think I am lighting this shit up.
I'm too old. I can't ride. I'm some frontal part of my cortex is just shut down when it got stuck on Barack Obama blackness vampire. Just fucking
No, that's a good one though, Mac. Yeah,
just that was circuitry overload at that point.
it's 2024 and on my podcast, The Sons of Trier. I've just called him. I've just called Barack Obama a blackness vampire to be hip and edgy.
It's 11:59 LG. Hold on for one more minute.
Hold on for one more minute, Mac, and then you said you did a 2-day podcast.
What hang on, what time is it?
It's 11:69.
11:50.
It's 11:69. You get it? You get it? You guys get that one?
It felt like it was way later than that. Like I'm telling you, I'm decaying as I sit here. It felt like it was way later than that.
There we go. We can all go to bed.
I'm not going to bed. I'm gonna keep going, dude. I'm doing the jokes.
Okay, but like,
I'm
are
gonna
you
go
gonna
hang
keep
my.
broadcasting?
I'm gonna keep going for a little bit because I'm like in a groove now, man. I'm doing this Joe Biden thing. I should just do 40 minutes of it, and we should just release that as a
Fuck
separate
yeah!
episode.
I am here for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit my ass down and listen to you.
Now I gotta learn about. Now I gotta learn about. Now I gotta learn about 4 other different genders, man. The genders I knew that when I was a kid, there were 3 genders. There was there was man, there there were there were women, and then there were women with spheres in their titties like there was in Phantasm, man. That was that's what it was like when I was a kid, man. I remember when I first wrote The Shining. That was a good book that I wrote. I did that. And I remember that I was the first person to cast Cary Grant in a movie. I did that. That's me. I did everything. They say that Joe Biden invented the internet, and I say fuck you, man. I'm Joe Biden. I fucking invented the internet. I'm the one who invented the fucking internet, Mac. I did it. It was all me, Joe Biden. I've done everything. Every human experience is mine. I'm the total, to to the I'm the t- I'm the total sum of all human existence, Mac. I'm all that is and was and will be. Sometimes at Mac they call me the Alpha Mac and the Omega Mac and and that I'm all encompassing and all there is. There's no other humans, The Rainy, I don't, some French guy. He said, "I think, therefore I am." That's how I know that I'm the only subjective human experience that exists. So I am Alpha and Omega. I've done all of history by myself, Mac. I'm it, Mac. I'm the one. When Cliff Burton died on the bus, that was me dying on that bus, Mac. But I'm still here because I'm eternal. All humans are eternal like that. That's just it, Mac. That's just it. And now I'm drifting off into the darkness, Mac, where all human consciousness goes, Mac. It all flows through us. Mac, I ate the spice, Mac. I take the spice, Mac. I can see everything, Mac. I can see it all, Mac. I can see it all.